Alright, so for this particular video, I'm not going to do a super detailed, comprehensive review on each individual map because I would be making a super long-ass video and I don't need to do that. And the only time I would do that is if I was streaming, and that's it. I will not do that otherwise. So, this video is more of a review for the whole mode, really, for things like the mechanics, you know, things like the weapon XP system, the XP progression system, weapon kits, gobblegum, theater mode, that sort of thing, and even other things too, such as the player movements, the zombie movements, you know, things like that. I'm not going to really worry about, you know, detailing the maps too much, because like I said, I would be doing a super long ass video, and that is kind of unnecessary, okay? So if you're wondering if this is like BO2 where, oh my god, it's a horrible launch map, not at all. This map is actually really good. It is really difficult though. I think the first 10 games for me it was like really difficult because part of what was throwing me off so much was the perks kept moving around, and then on top of that, the zombies seemed like they were a lot faster than they used to be. I don't remember that from Black Ops 2 where like on round 2 or round 4 they already start jogging and running at you. I don't remember that. Actually, yeah, on round 2, I had one guy on Derise. On round 2, they were already jogging. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they never do that on round 2. But see, that's part of the change here, is that they're a lot faster now, and it's a little bit harder to get used to. But I think once you put some time into it, you kind of get used to it, and you kind of learn to counter it with, you know, just being quicker on the trigger and all that stuff, right? Right. So, this mode actually has so much content packed into it itself. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's a good thing too, because, you know, we need content for the next 3 years. You know, Rockstar, get to it, update something for your fucking game, because I'll be on here for a while unless unless Rockstar updates something that's actually good. You know, for example, putting something in their game that's worth checking out. Hey, that'd be great. But if, you know, until then, I'll just be on this, and I think this will be more than enough to keep me occupied for the next couple years. I definitely think so. Let's see, this mode really has a lot of different changes. Like I said, there's so much to it. I mean, theater mode is part of it. I mean, it's not entirely new to zombies because it was in Black Ops 2. But I feel like it's, compared to the Rockstar editor for GTA, it's really watered down as to what you can do, really. And I think that's kind of disappointing. The only decent thing, though, is that you don't have any camera limitations. You know, for example, it's not like, oh gee, I can only move the camera so far away before it says you're out of bounds. No. Or that it's too far from the player. It's not like that. Though the one problem I do have is that you can't free fly the camera wherever you want. For example, if you're starting, like, okay, if I'm in the theater mode and I'm on round 1, I can't free fly the camera anywhere else unless a door is open, and that's kind of stupid, but I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But as far as basic controls, I mean, they're there. You have pause, play, rewind, skip forward, skip backwards. You can change the play speed. I think the highest is like 6x, and the negative is, or the slowest rather, is like negative 6x or something. It's one of the two. I think it's 6, right, for the highest and slowest. But anyway, and then you can also change the camera angles too. You can do FPS, which is first camera, which is actually, I think they call it first, and then TPS camera, which is third, and then you have free camera. Free camera, you can fly around the map. Basically, wherever any doors are open, you can fly around. So I'd only have this starting area to fly in, but once more doors open, I can fly around in those other areas too. So if I was trying to get out of the map like that, I couldn't do it. There's no way, but that to me is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. But really though, compared to the editor, it's really watered down, and there's really not too many features it has. You know, one thing I was looking for was like a dolly camera where you can, it's similar to the editor where you could just put, you know, put a fucking camera somewhere and just have it just stay still. You can't really do that. The only option you have will be to make a short clip of, you know, like rewind to a certain area, pause it, put the camera where you want, and then place the camera where you want, and then play the video, and that's your clip. But that's kind of really tedious to do that, you know. You can also spectate other players, but because it's just by myself here, obviously I can only spectate myself. But if you did have other people, you can watch them as well. You can toggle the HUD, and basically what that's for is for the FPS view. You can hide the controls, obviously, and that's really it. I mean, there's not too much to it. which is, like I said, kind of disappointing, but oh well. Like I said, I was hoping for something like dolly cams or just a little bit more functionality, but that's really all there is. The next thing worth noting is the gobble gum system, and these are really just special abilities that you could trigger anytime. Some, though, do require certain parameters, like for example, some will say only activates when you bleed out or respawn, or only activates when you get hit, you know, things like that. But for the most part, most of them you can activate yourself by just pressing up on the D-pad. But I feel like some gumballs kind of take a while to actually activate, like the camouflage one. You have to not only wait for the bubble to pop, but then you gotta wait like a whole second or two afterwards for the effect to actually kick in. And there's two different types of gumballs, as you can see here. There's Classic and Mega. Classic you unlock by actually ranking up, and then Mega you have to earn from this little factory here. And then you have to get this currency called Liquid Divinium. And the way you get it is fairly simple. All you have to do is just buy perks, buy wall weapons, buy ammo for the wall weapon, things like that. You can open doors too. And then eventually, the more you do that stuff, the more Divinium you get. And then two, when you saw the little thing that told you 1, 2, or 3, you know, if you spend 3 at once, you can get 3 gumballs, but then you can get a better chance of something really rare. And then the weapon kit system is kind of broken if you prestige, which is fucking stupid. I don't know how. And I thought the title update today would change that, but it's still broken. Because even though, you see how I have it like this for this particular gun? Okay, I got a paint shop for this and that. Okay, great. For whatever reason, if I scroll to the other guns, it's pretty much broken. You know, it wants to put the same paint shop, the same camo, and hell, even the same fucking attachments on all the guns, and it's really weird. But also, as you can see here, you can also earn other camos from the other modes and put it here in zombies as well. So that means if you actually have diamond, gold, or probably hell even, I think it's dark matter or something, a really, really rare one you can get, I'm sure you could put that in zombies too, and that has to be really fucking cool. You can do that on local play. I know you can put gold and diamond, but if you can get dark matter, I'm sure you can do that here. You see how it tries to put the same fucking configuration on all the guns? It doesn't look right. And then it has all the attachments on all the guns, even though that's not true. And it's pretty much broken, so it's kind of hard to say not prestige, especially right now. There's a double XP weekend going on, but it's hard to say don't prestige because you want to earn XP, right? You know, you want to rank up. But at the same time, it fucks up your weapon kit system, which it really sucks, but there's no way to really counter it. You know, you have to just wait for Treyarch to just fix it somehow. But of course, there's also more. There's challenges you can do for zombies too. I mean, there's so much to it. It really adds a lot of replay value, and that's really good for Treyarch to have done. Excuse me. Anyway, there's challenges for things like gumballs, upgrading weapons and using certain types of ammo, and doing other things such as buying weapons and shit. Then they have 2 different Dark Ops challenges, which are really weird because you don't know what the challenge is until you actually do it. So it's like, well, how are you supposed to know? The key is, yeah, you don't. So you have to actually try doing something to figure it out. Now, the first Dark Ops is just prestige. The second, actually, the one that I have locked on the zombies Dark Ops, you have to do the Easter egg for Shadows of Evil. So some people were thinking, oh my god, it's for the giant. No, they just had that broken, and that meant to be a challenge for prestiging, not for the giant, which is kind of odd, but oh well. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of challenges here, but it's really cool how much there is to this particular mode. And then there's more too. If you look at your combat record under the barracks, there's a lot of stuff you can look at: kills, rounds you survived, things like that. Oh, when you prestige, it's similar to the multiplayer. You can either choose to keep a weapon with all the earned attachments, which is what the original idea was, or you can choose a gobble gum that you can keep when you prestige, right when you freshly start. You can also do a fresh start, which is basically resetting all your stats, so as if you never played zombies before, but I don't know why you would want to do that. I mean, I honestly don't have a fucking clue why. And then what's cool too is you can look at all your weapons and you can see all the stats for those. Like, for example, what's your deadliest, how many kills you got for X weapon, what's your accuracy, headshots, kill. I think it said headshots too. Gumballs used. You can look at your highest rounds for each map. gives you an average for downs and rounds survived. Then of course there's leaderboards, and there's a lot less stats from Black Ops 2. You know, for example, you're not gonna see things for like Gibbs or what was another goofy one I seen? I can't remember the other ones, but there was a lot of goofy stats from Black Ops 2. I'm like, why did they even put these here? And you can also look at leaderboards as well, of course, for either 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, or by yourself. I'm not counting Dead Ops here because I don't consider Dead Ops a zombie map. Really, that's more of a twin stick shooter. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. It's pretty great actually. And of course, private match, you can either do a non-ranked game or a ranking game. And if you do ranked, then you know people can't have people join. But if you do no rank, then people can join in. And like I said, that's a lot of stuff. You could choose up to 5. Actually, not up to 5, but you can only choose 5 gumballs. But to be honest, I think that's more than enough anyway. You know, it's not like, oh my god, you know, I don't know what else to choose. I wish you could choose less, but it's not a huge deal. But anyway, so with that all aside, so how about the zombie movements? Alright, the zombie movements, they're a lot fucking faster this time around. And I mean a lot faster. You're not just on high rounds. Now, they're not going to boost at you from like 50 feet away like they did in Advanced Warfare, if you ever played that. No, they're not going to do that. But what they do is, they just run faster. You know, they start being faster on lower rounds, which is kind of weird. You know, for example, on like round 4, you know, you might have runners already on round 4. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, leave on round 2. I don't remember if it was this map or Derize, but I had a jogger already. I had someone already jogging at me. I'm like, what the fuck? They never jog on round 2. Because I remember in a Q&A, they try to say, they try to like, I don't know how they try to disguise their answer, but they try to say something like, well, they're kind of faster, but we try to keep the same movement, but they're not really faster. It was a really weird, sugar-coated answer. I don't even know how to describe it, but like I said, they're a lot faster this time around, and they are more aggressive too, because there's a lot more spawning areas where they can come at you from, so you have to really watch your back the entire time. Even on Derize too. On Derize, they're a lot more aggressive when it comes to spawning. You know, there's not more spawns on Derize because it's the same fucking map with the same layout. But they're just faster, which makes it look like, oh my god, they're coming at you for more angles. You know, it makes it look like that, but it's not. This particular map, you cannot backpedal for shit for very long, because if you backpedal for too fucking long, you're gonna get hit from the back and you're gonna wonder, where the hell did it come from? Oh, you forgot the 6 windows that were behind you. It's ridiculous. I kind of hate that, but again, whatever. I like a challenge, but not something ridiculous either, you know? Like I say, you can backpedal, it's just not really a preferred strategy. You know, if anything, you can backpedal for a little bit, but then you gotta like turn around immediately, then keep running, and then get some space, backpedal again, and do the same thing over and over. It's kind of bad, but oh well. Could be worse, I guess. But for this particular map too, there's also buildables. I haven't done everything for this map. Like, I've done the shield, I've done the sword by myself at least once. Actually, I did do it once. But I haven't done the upgraded sword. I haven't done the whole Easter egg. I haven't done the really crazy black hole wonder weapon, because I don't know how to get it. I need to look that up. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff. And that's another thing about this particular map too, is that there's a lot of setups for this, you know, just to get basic stuff, like just to pack a punch, you have to do all the rituals, and you know, it's like, do you really want to do that every time? No. And especially online, since people really don't have a lick of sense as to what they're doing, it makes doing them even worse, because people don't know what they're doing. They pick up parts, but then they don't know where the parts are supposed to go. Or worse, you try to do the rituals yourself, but when someone starts the round, it fucks you up, and then what happens is you get trapped doing the rituals, and then your teammates get down because they're just bad, and then the whole game is over, and you're like, well, what the fuck happened? We don't know. Like I said, I have a hard time playing this online with public people. I can't do it. It's too hard. I mean, I try to give it a chance because that's how you make friends, to be honest. I mean, that's how I met some of the people that I've met, is just by playing public games. But the problem is that sometimes people just don't know what they're doing, and it makes some of the maps or experiences a lot more difficult than they should be. Derise is the only one I could find where people are better at the map. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, I still find bad teammates, of course, on that map, but not as many as this one. I don't know if it's too hard. I don't know if it's too aggressive. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because the perks keep moving around. Maybe it's the Margwas. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe it's because the Margwas keep killing them, and they're like, I don't know how you kill it. Even though it's fairly obvious how you can do it in the trailers, but I mean, it is what it is. I gotta see anything else I'm missing. As far as player mechanics go, they're pretty much the same as they were with Black Ops 2. However, I think the one biggest change though is the sprint reload, and you don't need any perks for that. That's something that I didn't notice at first. I was like, because I had one of the gumballs, you know, I would get one of the gumballs fairly early, the one that's like always done swift, which is I think like having stock in something else, right? But I was like, man, am I actually sprinting while reloading? I mean, that's a huge fucking deal, because in Black Ops 2, if you had to reload, you had to stop sprinting and then actually do the animation, especially if you had an LMG with no sleight of hand. Oh my god, that was the worst fucking thing ever. But after that, it was pretty fucking great once it was reloaded. This time around, you don't have to worry about that. You can reload while running, and like I said, it really saves your ass sometimes. I shit you not, it really fucking does. Especially when you got Margwas, or you just have a ton of zombies behind you and you don't have to stop to reload. I mean, it really makes it that much fucking better. Fuck, what else? But like I said, pretty much the same mechanics still apply. There's no infinite sprint. You can wall run, which is really fucking unusual considering... You might think, well, what do you wall run for? The only place you wall run here is here, in this ritual room on the sides right here, on these little tiles. That's really it. But my concern too is sometimes I feel like I'm gonna fucking fall off, or somehow the wall is not gonna register that I'm trying to run on it, and it might fucking make me fall to the ground. Or rather, not even fall to the ground. It's a bottomless pit, so it could kill you. And so I always look at this room with a little bit of fear, because I don't want to die doing it, you know what I mean? But like I said, that's the only place you wall run in. As far as perk limit goes, you can only carry 4 perks. Some gumballs will let you carry more. For example, Unquenchable, that one lets you carry an extra perk, so you can buy 5, which is how I have 5. Then there's another one that lets you have all the perks, but that's a really hard gumball to get. In fact, I only have one of the damn things, but I can imagine that being really good. Some gumballs, you know, honestly are kind of tough to really look at, because you're like, if you're not really a good player, some gumballs are probably going to put you at a disadvantage, or you're probably going to end up wasting a supply. For example, if I was not really good at this map, or I was just bad at zombies period, it probably wouldn't be smart for me to have gumballs that let me carry multiple, or rather more than 4 perks, because I would lose them too easy, or too quickly, you know? But if you're a good player, some of them are probably more beneficial, of course. Some gumballs, like I think the one I have now is basically a camouflage, so that definitely fucking does save you a lot, especially if you're about to get trapped or cornered or something. It definitely saves you, and it's really worth having. Let's see, anything else to add? I still think Zombies is still worth playing, even if Shadows of Evil is really fucking difficult to play. And even if the general public is just really bad at this. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's too hard, or if people just don't know what they're doing. Like, are we new to the map, or is it just too hard, or are we just stupid? I mean, I can't figure it out, to be honest. And a lot of times when I play online for this map, I don't even end up getting very far, because, like I said, people don't know what they're doing. They get down too often and expect me to do all the fucking work for them. It's not happening. And then when I get down, then people can't clutch and the fucking game ends. So it's like, what's the point? Oh well. Hell, I think that's honestly about it. I don't think I have anything else to add. Hopefully the weapon kit system gets fixed, because like I said, it's kind of ridiculous that I can't really put any attachments on any other unlocked weapons, aside from the one that I chose to unlock. Now I know what you're thinking, well, what if I chose to do a gumball first for my first Prestige? Honestly, that's a good question. I really don't know, but But like I said, it's still kind of broken. Hopefully Treyarch can fix it with the next title update, which would be 1.04. Because 1.03 didn't fix it today. It just nerfed a bunch of stuff for multiplayer. Added a couple things for campaign. It fixed a couple minor issues in zombies, but that was really it. I really want them to fix the weapon kit system, because it is broken. And like I said, it should not be taken lightly. You know, I'm not saying it's game breaking, but if I have the weapon open, I should be able to customize it. Okay, I shouldn't have to just look at it and be like, man, I wish I could do something with it. Anyway, you know what? That's honestly it. I definitely think Zombies is worth playing. Give it a try if you haven't, because like I said, it's really fun actually. Believe it or not, it's probably one of the most fun things I'm having since probably fucking Black Ops 1. Okay, that was back in 2010, 5 years ago. Wow. Hard to believe that game came out 5 years ago. Anyway. I can review the maps individually another time. It ain't gonna be today. I don't know when I'm gonna review the other maps. I got a job, so yeah. Maybe I'll be able to review them, maybe I won't. Hopefully soon, if not, I'll just have to do it when I can. Anyway, so that's it for the review. So yeah, that'll be about it. So I think after I review the other zombie maps, I'll touch on the multiplayer, and then touch on the campaign, and then go from there. Anyway, that's about it. So, thanks for watching, people. If you even watched this far.
Beef over there. Oh fuck, homeboy went down.